Greetings. Good morning. Happy Monday to you. Here we are. We're checking in, doing our letting go guidance session. So I hope you had a lovely weekend. You know, September is going so quickly. I think that September is a really, really important pivot month for our intentions, for getting clear on accessing, telling our truth. So let's just sit into the energy that's we're feeling. So it's Moira here. I'm a mindset cultivator. I am also a truth experience alchemist, helping you access the truth of who you are at the core. So just come into this moment with me. And if you're here live, say hi. This is my system of letting go guidance cards. The idea of letting go is looking at the things that are maybe not allowing you to live your truth, to speak your truth, to access the inner wisdom that's waiting for you to discover. So I said to you that September is a really important month because we're looking forward to the wrapping up 2020, but also stepping beyond the perceived ideas that we've lived by. You know, just recently I had a conversation about the situation we're in. We live in unprecedented times. The energy is so different than perhaps what we thought we were going to be in. But of course, it's all by our own design, and the ways that things used to be will never come back. You know, so it's like, good morning, Sheena. Hi from Paris, Ontario. Good for you. So, in Paris. So all that to say, it's about accepting that we're making this up as we go along. And so we are, as spiritual beings, we are playing a game of life, and it's supposed to be fun, and it's supposed to be happy. Otherwise, why would we be here? So let's see, how can you set intentions? How can you visualize the best, most amazing version of you? And breathe that in. Maybe that could be your intentions. I intend to be happy. I intend to be peaceful. Good morning, Ruth Ann. Nice to see you too. So it's about setting intentions. And why I'm saying this about the intentions part is that on Wednesday, we have the first quarter phase of the moon. So we're actually still in the sort of appreciating who we are, what tools we have. Take a deep breath. And as of Wednesday, you're going to start acting on those intentions. So this is a really good time for us to be checking in, to look at what can we let go of in order to really access that powerful, amazing, wise aspect that's sometimes tapping us on the shoulder and saying, oh gosh, there she goes again, ignoring the guidance. So are there things about you that you kind of know from a heart level, but your head talks you out of it? You know, sometimes people, good morning, Maisha. Sometimes people know instantly what the choice is, what the direction is, where they should go. And then the narrator, I call it the narrator. It's that little voice or the mosquito of doubt that says, who are you to say that? Or maybe it won't work. Or how about this? Or what about that? Or what will those people think? And then we don't go and follow the thing that we knew was the right path or the right choice. So if that's what's happening for you, it's not to beat you up or be upset about it. It's just to notice. There I go. There she goes. There's that propensity or that pattern. And then when you accept it and just acknowledge it and notice it, then you can make another choice. Then you can say, now I see this possibility or this potential, and I make this choice. Hope that makes sense. So all that being said, let's just take a nice deep breath. Like I say, no beating yourself up. If you listen to the narrator, just be okay with that. Yes. You're saying yep to not beating yourself up. I agree. Okay, so let's take 3 deep breaths together. Just landing into this while we shuffle the letting go cards. And another deep breath. And then on the third deep breath, you're just going to let go, maybe with a wee sense of, wonder what's here. What are we going to let go of this week? Claiming our auspiciousness. Oh, we're going to let go of pride. This is a good one. Pride. So where does pride, block you? I said to you about you might get an instant sense of what the choice is. And then pride might say, oh, but what would people think? Oh, how would you be judged? Or what about this? So see where that comes up, because it can be a little bit sneaky, can sneak up behind you without you even being aware of it. That we'll do something because we think we're going to be judged or laughed at or seen as strange or weird. You got to just embrace all that of yourself. So see how that sits for you. And I'm going to read out to you out of my book just to help us go a wee bit deeper into this. So in order to release our pride, we must humble ourselves. It is time to let go of what's pent up inside. As we acknowledge our struggles, we walk onto the path of personal change and empowerment. Negative and toxic thoughts can now be released. It's all about the letting go, right? It is time to learn to be of service and to help others. Releasing pride and embracing humility starts a new paradigm. We don't just hear, but we begin to listen. We become free-spirited, less controlling, no longer controlled. In the wake of this rebirth, we begin to treat other people the way we would want to be treated. There is a battle raging within our minds, a showdown with everlasting ramifications. Pride versus humility. Thankfully, each of us possesses the free will to decide how we will live this life. Do we indulge ourselves, or do we take responsibility for our prideful ego? It is time to be honest with ourselves, for this is where the healing begins. Really love the timing of that, because this is all about what I said about the truth. Tell yourself the truth. And your truth is not up for judgment from somebody else. So can you lean into the core essence? It's funny, there's so many synchronicities in how that just went, because I said to you that inner core wise part of you taps you on the shoulder every so often and says, here's what you've been asking for. Here's the answer. Here's the choice. Here's the wisdom. And then we might listen to it, but if there's pride here, we might say, oh, no, I can't hear that. I don't know that. Who am I to access that inner wisdom or that awareness? So like I said, this is not about beating yourself up. This is about a time to just recognize, notice, and then make another choice. So I'm just shuffling my tarot cards, because I like for us to have one tarot card, and then I'll do 3 angel cards. I may be changing this up shortly. We'll see. Oh, this is perfect. Look at this. It's the world. So doesn't that beautifully coincide with what I just said about you have everything. You have the world in the palm of your hands. That's how I've always seen that card, is that if you can really tell yourself the truth, that you have everything you need and all of the wisdom. No, it's not meaning puffed up. Meisha says pride isn't always meaning puffed up. I love Mondays. I love Mondays too. So no, pride is this part of saying, I don't want to be seen as vulnerable, it's keeping things bottled up. So that's why I said it's about letting it go. Is this story I'm telling myself serving the best version of who and what I am, or who and what I intended to experience in this life? And then see what comes up. Like I say, no judgment. Whatever comes up is your truth. So let's see what angel cards we're going to get, because this is powerful turning time. And like I said, it's a great time because of the first quarter of the moon, helping us start to take actions. And this is beautiful. They always give us such beautiful cards. So the first one is dreams. So this is a really clear indication on what I said. Listen. And that means really heed your dreams, because in our dreams, that's when our higher self plants these little seeds, gives you little symbolic messages. And so you want to be watching them, and maybe in the morning, just do a little download. What kind of guidance and information and wisdom did you get? Because your intentions at the core, the deepest core level, is what's guiding all of this. And sometimes that means stripping off things like irritation and pride and inner criticism, so you can just be. And if the answer doesn't land in that specific moment, it will still show up in the now moment, but you need to just keep staying present, because in the present moment is where all the ideas and inspiration comes. And so what your ideas and inspiration, you know how you might sit there and go, oh, maybe I could do this, and maybe this, and maybe that. Everything that you can have an inspired idea about is possible for you. But then you get to have fun in trying them all on. This is a wee bit like going and trying on the different aspects of you and making your choice, knowing that you can never, ever, ever make the wrong choice. So that's an important part too. It says you keep doing something as long as you need to in order to get the wisdom and the guidance. So all of that to say, I wish you an amazing week. We are starting to think about wrapping September up. Next week is the last week of September. So one more piece I was going to share, and I'll put the link for this in the comments below. I have a 2-day event on Thursday and Friday. Each day we will be having 3 sessions at 11, 1, and 3. And I am going to teach you how to claim your inner superpower. So, like I said, I'd love to see you there. And any questions or needing more help with this idea of letting go pride, let me know, message me, or put in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Have a great week.